Good day, everyone. It's always a pleasure to sit here and talk with you and converse. Class is coming up in a week, so I hope you guys are ready. I get myself ready. You know, each class is always a little different than the other one because, you know, I don't, even though we have our outlines that I've made through the years, I'm always changing, and then whatever it tells me, I'm just kind of one of those kind of speakers. I listen to what the universe is saying as much as I can. Sometimes I get my butt kicked too, but it's a real pleasure. I hope you're all doing well. My love is with every one of you and in your journeys and taking yourself to Wellville. Thanks, Jody, for the beautiful roses. Thank all of you for your kind cards and loving words. I appreciate that, and your wellness journeys are so great. A lot of you are having some great inner lucid dreaming experiences and stuff, and working with the masters and myself, and we're just having fun, you know. And that's the way we need to do that, is just have fun with life. And even though if you're hurting, you've just got to separate yourself from your bodies and then work on your bodies. But don't let your bodies beat yourself up. You know, keep yourself free from things so we can...
I had a big question, but I'm going to have to be...
What about?
Well, I don't want it to...
Okay. Oh, well, it's on.
Oh, no. So come out when you're done.
Okay, I'll be out in a bit. All right. Someone asked me, and I just have a few minutes here, and I wanted to go over this because someone sent this to me and wanted me to go over this. And that's why I say experiment on yourself and have fun on yourself, but understand what we're doing and the vitalness of what we're doing and why detoxification is the golden key. Understand that, because once you do, and it's simplistic, you understand a huge portion of what man doesn't. And the problem again, and even though I kind of harp on it, is the mind can block your awareness. And so that, if you look at all the teachings out there from the spiritual teachings and religions, if you read and understand what's being said, the gig is getting free from your mind, from your thoughts and your desires. Buddha, Jesus, they all taught this. Enoch, they all taught this. The Ek masters, the yoga masters, Zen, everything, you'll see this in there. The world of detachment, the world of stepping back from your drama and getting free from that. For many souls, that isn't possible right now because they're too much in their dharma, they're too much in their drama. And they need to be. That's why they're here, is working off their karmas. So that's a given, and those some you can't get through. They're unconscious, and you see a lot of this unconsciousness in these higher levels of government and stuff. So much, it's unbelievable. But these are souls, and they're on their journeys. Those of you that are becoming more conscious are the way showers, are those that are looking at the maps and looking at who they really are and what life is about. So you want to get firm in your consciousness with that. But also in this world, on this planet, there's just so many different levels or states of consciousness. A state of consciousness is like consciousness, which is the all of the all. The only thing we can use to define God or the Creator or the intelligentness of all things is consciousness, or awareness is another word. When we step that down into states or levels of consciousness, that's when you see individuality coming. Whether it's plants and animals or humans, or there's so many other species in all levels. But all these have different levels of awareness or consciousness to them. And so you see that it's almost like a Star Wars thing. It's almost like even a school where you have first graders, second graders, third graders, fourth graders. You have all levels out there. So you're going to see, as you guys are the light of this world. You are bringing the light into the darkness. The negative forces are strong. You also have other things coming in here now. Other elements of consciousness that that one has to become aware of, and will be soon. So one has to be prepared and become strong within themselves, and being the light and giving the light. You want to be strong in that. If you feel threatened, surround yourself with the golden light and be strong and know that you are the light of God and nothing can hurt you. So just remember these things, okay? If you have to call on a master for protection, call on your spiritual guide for protection. Whatever you need to do to protect yourself from that which you feel harm to yourself. I wanted to read this to you because there's so much crap out there. And there's so many people that are delusional and narcissistic. And this individual, in my opinion, falls this way and makes claims like this. And it's confusing to the whole. That's why you must stand strong and know what I'm teaching you, because it is nothing but truth. And you can tear it apart just like I did all you want, and would love you to do that, because you will gain a strength and knowledge that can't be shakeable by doing this. So I'm going to read this to you, and this is particularly to the Facebook people as well. Don't let anything shatter your knowingness and your light-giving potential. Don't let anything shake you off of that. And I'm amazed that some of the people asked me to read this, because you should see through this. So let's look at this. This is from naturalnews.com. You know, this guy's Mike Adams, the health ranger. I mean, this guy is delusional right off. Why your detox is making you sick. Must-read article reveals dangers of aggressive detoxing. Okay? Natural News. I can't tell you how many people have told me that a detox protocol made them feel extremely ill. They took detox supplements, pills, or tinctures, and within a few hours they suffered dizziness, diarrhea, chills, outbreaks, or even vomiting. These symptoms range from mild to severe depending upon the person and what they've taken. Such is the legacy of what I'm calling extreme detox supplements that seem to be designed to cause as much suffering as possible while framing it as a healing crisis. So let's talk about that. He mentioned tinctures in here and pills in here, so I assume he's including herbs in this. So obviously the young man, or whoever this is, hasn't got a clue to what botanicals can be used for, or the benefits of that. Supplements, yeah, I mean, like Hippocrates definitely uses supplements. Gerson uses a lot of supplements and stuff like that. And I'm against supplements, not for what he's saying, but just for the unbalancing of body chemistry, and that you're trying to treat with supplements. You're trying to put detox as a nutritive issue. And detoxification isn't a nutritional issue. Nutritional issue is understood. And those that don't understand nutrition, we can argue whether fruits are better than vegetables, and we can argue those points. It is, in today's world, those that don't understand the raw food argument, they're way back in the darkness. Because there's no argument versus raw versus cooked. Cooked is a destroyed food, and you can go into that. It's already been gone into. Enzymes are destroyed, waters are soiled, oil solubles are coagulated. I mean, you can go all into what happens when you cook foods. I mean, these are obvious physics and chemistry. If you don't understand that as the public, then it's too bad, because that's easy to explain to someone. As a light giver of yourselves, it's easy for you guys to explain why raw is better than cooked. That's easy. So that's a given, that you have to change your nutrition, your ingestion. People argue over proteins and things like that, but to tell you the truth, those arguments just hold no water. There's nothing you can argue to claim high protein diets are good for you. There's just no argument to that is actually valid and factual. There's none. It's a destructive a diet in every way, shape, or form. You can go back to societies that have lived that way, and so it's destructive. Detoxification, however, is nature's way of healing. And you want radical. Nature will put you down and fast you on nothing. So nature is far more radical than what you think. If you need it, it'll take you down. So detoxification is the universal method that God uses to clean all its creatures and to clean planets. That's another thing you have to consider, you know. We laugh about it, but, this planet needs to detox its humans off of it for a while and restore itself. I'm just saying, we're the most destructive principle to this planet there is. So, let's go on. I've always had a problem with the idea that such symptoms are routinely explained away as healing crisis. Now, there is a point here that if you jump right into detoxification, which I don't know what he's saying that is a detoxification process, but if you start legitimate detoxification, it can be bumpy if you don't understand kidney filtration, absolutely. I remember the fiddle player for Shania Twain also plays for Kelly Clarkson, and I was up there with Kelly Clarkson one time in Tampa, and they put her on a 10-day lemon juice fast, and they said she threw up on that. That's possible. That is possible. Because you really have to work yourself, and we've done this for so many years that we know how to work you into these things and then step on the pedal. Very few of you go into any extreme healing crisis, but I've had some extreme. Couldn't control them, had nothing to do with them. That's the body doing that. But after those, the cancer markers were gone, the cancer tumors were gone, all these sort of things like that. As if you must suffer before you can heal. See, he's really kind of using his ego to throw this into another slant. Let me tell you, suffer, what you put in and how your body's genetics is how you're suffering. What he doesn't understand is people are suffering at a high level before they detox. People are in trouble. So this guy tells me already he doesn't work with people. If he does, I don't know who he's working with. We work with the extreme sick. And so this tells me automatically this guy doesn't know about how to get people well right off. And so you have to look at through some of this, because if you've got mucus in, mucus out. Cold and flu-like symptoms are never fun, but they're universal, and they will happen to you. The body purges itself. It cleans the sinuses. It pulls the mucus out of the lungs and bronchi. The fever goes up to sweat to dilate the skin. These are obvious symptoms, known universally for generations. Back in the day, remember, Marcy found an old medical bag back pre-1900s that had 2 rolls of herbal formulas and a booklet on how to mix them to help for different conditions. So these are things understood. Fevers were understood from the dawn of time and chills developed to move and to dilate and to expectorate. These are just facts of life here. In this must-read article, I find that ridiculous, I'm going to blow away detox myths and reveal why many people suffer such extreme illnesses during a detox. Suffer extreme illnesses? You see what I'm saying? Watch the play on words that this guy uses. He's probably doing it unconsciously, because I don't think he's that smart. And so these are you get illnesses when you detox. I mean, this is stupid stuff. I'm also going to teach you how to detox safely, I bet, and get away from the serious health risks found in extreme detoxing protocols. Holy crap. Also, I urge everyone reading this who is considering a liver detox, kidney detox, or heavy metal detox to pursue such activities only under the supervision of a licensed naturopath. or integrative medicine MD. Like, these guys really are good at healing people. The sad thing is that a licensed naturopath isn't good at detox. Because any licensed naturopath, that's their focus, should be just what you're doing, and it's not. It's a treatment of conditions with supplements. That is something I don't concur with too. Also, here it is, detox basics. Get this one. Your liver dumps toxins into your small intestine. To understand why an extreme detox can make people feel so sick, you first have to understand how detox really works. Oh, really? All right, let's see what this guy says. This is an oversimplified explanation, but the fundamentals are correct. Oh, really? Your liver filters toxins out of your blood. Oh, really? I disagree with you. I mean, it can convert chemistry when you bring it in through the intestines, but it isn't a detoxifying organ. This is a misnomer, and this is a false allegation here. Your liver has nothing to do with detoxification. Your liver is a chemical manufacturing plant. Your liver is a chemical biotransmutation factory as well. It converts constantly converting chemistry. It isn't a detoxifying organ. A detoxifying organ is that which expectorates to the outside world, except for one. And that isn't the liver, that's the spleen. The spleen detoxes the blood into the lymph system, and the blood gets rid of its toxins into the lymph system, not into the bowels. That's digestive waste. Your kidneys are the eliminative organs of systemic waste. And they don't get that. Your liver has nothing to do, and this is an old wise tale, and this guy doesn't know any better, and he tells me he's not detoxified people. He doesn't know what's up. That's not the role of your liver, is to detoxify and dump into your intestines. That is totally false. That's not true at all. Out of your blood, including pharmaceuticals, heavy metals, ammonia, and chemicals. Ha! Let me tell you, you got to understand your lymph system to understand what gets dumped into the lymphatic system. But your blood doesn't use the liver. You don't detox toxins into a chemical manufacturing plant. You have to understand what toxins are. And what are they? Mostly proteins, right? And what do we use for those? Acids. So this person doesn't even know how the body works. And people are now going, well, look, detox. And it's like, excuse me, read. Listen to what this guy's saying. He doesn't know what's up. Your liver then dumps these toxins into your upper GI tract as part of a biomixture used for digestion. Oh, really? Importantly, this reintroduces these toxins into your digestive system. Oh, really? While they can be quickly reabsorbed through your intestinal wall. Does this sound like something God created? You see what I'm saying? This guy's way off in his thinking, and he's built on that what he thinks is an understanding, and so that he's confused. And of course, he doesn't get that. So he's trying to figure this out through toxins being released by the liver and da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you, my friend, you have to understand the lymphatic system. And you talk about toxins, you've got acids from every cell in your body. You've got several pounds of acids every day, and bacterial action leads some toxins. This has to be dealt with not by your blood, not by your liver, by your lymphatic system. And understand your spleen and what the spleen is for. Get a medical book and read a little bit. You know, this is insultive to those that know proper physiology. And it's not making himself look too good. You know, I don't know this chap, but I can say that he's delusional. Where you are essentially being repoisoned with the same exact toxins your liver just pulled out of your blood. I mean, this guy is delusional. And you guys have got to see through this kind of stuff. Because understand, the liver is not a detoxifying organ. It's a chemical manufacturing plant in every sense of the word. They used to say if you were going to build a chemical factory to match the amount of functions your liver produces, you're going to have 500-acre building. That's huge. You know, your liver's, and we don't even understand half of it. But don't burden the liver with the acids from the body, because you'd be gravely misunderstand. You'd be gravely wrong. Note, your kidneys also, oh, here we go, this is good. Your kidneys also remove many toxins and flush them out of the body through urine. That is an accurate statement. This is why kidney function is so critical to your health. How about kidney filtration? The heavy metals, cadmium, mercury, cause severe kidney damage. And I'm going to tell you something. These, particularly mercury, they like the brain, my friend. They say neurotoxins, not kidney toxins. Copper is a kidney toxin. If you are eating a holistic, whole food diet at the same time your liver is dumping toxins into your GI tract, then food fibers will tend to capture these toxins and trap them, and ultimately transporting them out of your body through bowel movements. Oh my God. I mean, it's vomitous for me to even read. I'll jump ahead because this is ridiculous. You have no fiber. If you juice, you have no fibers. So if you juice, you can't clean the toxins out of your body because your liver dumps them into the bowels. Well, what about the toxins in the brain? What about the toxins in the heart? What about this? You see what I'm saying? And the problem is, this guy's putting this out there like it's factual. And if you're not careful, you buy into stupid stuff like this, and pretty soon you're confused all over again. That's why be strong, guys and gals. Be strong in what you know and what you're learning here, and test it on yourself. Get an A&P book and you'll read through and think this out. He doesn't even think it out. His thinking is warped on this sort of thing. So if you do juicing, it's not going to get rid of toxins because there's no fiber in it. Okay. All right. I've also done pioneering food science research. Oh, really? I bet you have. And identifying which natural foods can absorb dietary heavy metals. Okay. As this helps explain why drinking nothing but fiberless juice insofar as juice toxing during an aggressive supplement detox can be disastrous. Oh, really? I don't know who you're detoxing or who you're working with, my friend, but I've never seen anything like this in my entire life, and I'm probably the #1 detoxer on the planet. So I don't know what you're talking about. If you aren't eating fiber during your detox, what are you really doing? Oh my God. Collecting all heavy metals, toxins, and poisons from your body cells, toxins, and organs, concentrating them in your liver and bile, dumping them back into your small intestines all at once. This is just totally ridiculous. I hate to even read this kind of stuff. It's not even worthy of my time. I mean, this is like crap stuff. So you got to see through stuff like this, guys. This is all made even worse when the detox supplements you're taking are more effective at pulling toxins out of your body's tissues, because then your liver is concentrating more heavy metals into bile and dumping them into your intestines, and holy crap. This is typical, though, insanity, where they miss the whole understanding of the lymphatic system, kidney filtration, what the lymph nodes are for, how the blood keeps itself clean, what the spleen is really for, and really most people, even physicians, understand what the spleen is for. So, I mean, these are just things you have to look through and understand. This lad needs to review our videos and get himself out of this stupidity thinking, because it's not doing him any good here, but it's confusing a lot of people. There's detox and there's detox. There's appropriate detoxification, and then yes, you can get out there and you can be radical. You can claim a 3-year juice fast as radical for Babe, but it's what she needed to get herself on going. So you can make these arguments, but they don't hold any water, so to speak. Fiberless juice fasting while taking detox supplements may be a really bad idea. What makes all this worse is the fact that many detox protocols demand that you drink only fiberless juice, such as wheatgrass juice, sorry, Hippocrates, celery juice, carrot juice, etc. Well, that's not us, because we're not into those, are we? At the same time, you're taking aggressive detox supplements. Aggressive detox supplements. I can't imagine what that is. We do have an aggressive lymphatic formulas, though. Yeah, that'd be good. The lack of fiber in these juices means that many of toxins pulled out of the blood by the liver. Your toxins aren't pulled through the blood, dumb butt. This is your lymph system that the toxins are pulled through. What, are you crazy? Yeah, you can burden your blood down if you're not careful, if you're not filtering from your kidneys and everything. After the diarrhea and cramping finally stops, I hope that if somebody's, the only one I can tell you, no offense, Richard, but you do use laxatives in your detox, and you do use some real high habanero peppers and stuff, and that can be very spastic. So there are some people that do use too aggressive detox measures, agreed. But we don't want diarrhea, and we don't want cramping, and we don't want constipation. You want nice bowel movements all the way through. That's why we have bowel restoratives, not laxatives. I feel so much better now. The detox worked, except for the fact that everybody feels better after diarrhea stops. I mean, that's a stupid statement. Oh, that was stupid. I mean, that's an immature statement. Feeling better after making yourself sick is not exactly my definition of getting healthier. I mean, that's all stupid statements right there. Of course. As part of a daily diet, of course, juicing can be incredibly healing. I'm a longtime advocate of daily juicing or even short-term juice fasts, but juicing is by definition a fiberless diet, and as a result, it should never be used in conjunction with aggressive supplements. I don't know what he's talking about. In other words, if you are juicing, don't take aggressive detox supplements at the same time. If you are taking detox supplements, make sure you are eating whole foods with plenty of natural fiber. By the way, these herbs that you're taking when they're in the capsule form have fiber, but that's not why we use them. Sometimes feeling like you're poisoned means you are actually being poisoned. Oh, really? I believe it's extremely unfortunate that detox participants who suffer extreme symptoms are always told these symptoms are in fact good. I'll have to say this. There are cases where you have extreme advanced cases where you have to balance what they're going through. These are detox symptoms, but some of them are very dangerous. So that's kind of the art. There's an art to detoxification we've talked a great deal about. And so you have to be artful when to hold them, when to fold them, when to push them, when to hold back and work them through these. But detox symptoms you cannot avoid. For sure. And if you're super toxic, if you throw up, Dr. Christopher always said that just makes room for more herbs to clean out more. Your body doesn't throw up what it doesn't need. Now, aggressive detox supplements, I don't know what he's talking about. Vitamins and mineral supplements and stuff, most of them aren't aggressive. They're no-brainers. They're no. But herbs, on the other hand, used properly, boy, they really help you out. But if you're so toxic, you don't even have to do that to throw up. You can just go on raw foods and throw up. If you're that toxic, going on a raw food fast, a diet can make you throw up, and your liver's toxic and everything else, but toxic from its own self, from acidosis. I think the misunderstanding is what toxins are. There's no understanding of cell waste, cell poop. Sometimes that's simply not true. Many participants in James Arthur Ray's sweat lodge. Now this is stupid. Sometimes that's not simply true, and that's true. There are some radical symptoms, but not related to this. Many participants in James Arthur Ray's sweat lodge spirit journeys were also told that their extreme dehydration hallucinations were good as well. And I'll have to say that this is one thing that is obvious. This guy was over the top with that. If you've ever been in a sweat lodge, you'll see how hot it is. And appropriate measures must be understood. This is true. So there's no question this. I followed that very closely, and I can just tell you that that was ridiculous, and he deserved what he got. And that's not normal, though. That's not, those people with consciousness to them, that's not what you do in sweat lodges and things like that. So, I mean, this guy was definitely irresponsible and liable. There's no question about that. But it wasn't from the same as a detoxification like that. This was a beast of a whole nother level, guys. So for him to relate that is another ridiculous thing. I'm sorry, my First Amendment rights, I'm in total disagreement with this guy in every way almost. Even as they were on the verge of death, these people were told that their symptoms were all part of a spiritual journey from which they would emerge as stronger people. Yeah, I felt there was a lot of neglect there, that's for sure. And as I've examined this issue more closely over the years, I've come to the conclusion that the detox supplement industry is a worrisome state of denial about the safety of its more aggressive products. I think he's full of shit. This is probably why the FDA banned Cascara Sagrada in 2002 and used in laxative products. You know what? You're wrong with that. I am an herbalist of old. I've used herbs for 43 years, and actually longer. And I can tell you, Cascara Sagrada is your nicest of all of them. Your turkey rhubarb, your aloes, your sennas, these are true laxative purgatives. Those are addictive. And we don't use laxatives unless you just can't poop even on our strongest GI restorative. But cascara is the nicest of all of them. It's gentle. It's a little hepatic and pancreatic stimulant as well. I've used cascara and it's non-addicting. I've used cascara grata for years, but I use it in a formula with proper dosages and everything else. Our goal is restoration. If your goal as a detoxifier is a laxative and diarrhea, and this is where I did disagree with Richard Schultz. At one time he made the statement that your stool should be like liquid peanut butter, and I disagree with that. I totally disagree. I've detoxified well over 150,000 people, and Jensen over 300,000 people. So we're pretty homed with how you do these things, right? Right. And all of you guys are going to Wellville. So you see the difference. But these things become confusing when people like this guy puts this crap out here in such a way. It makes you wonder what he really knows. You know, and it kind of pulls your ignorance out there. And for some of you guys, you can't buy into crap like this. That's ridiculous. But some people don't have a well-grounded knowledge of what they're doing, and that's why these videos. And that's why grab it and ride the bull, baby. Strap yourself on and get involved. You're not going to get hurt. No one ever died from detoxification in my world and in Dr. Jensen's world. Now, maybe someone did some radical crap, and maybe, but I've seen statistics from the CDC centers all around the country, and I haven't seen one yet. So I don't know what he's talking about. He says extreme diet detox supplements made with cascara sagrada are actually taught that diarrhea is a sign of healing. No, maybe on some, but those aren't true detoxifiers. No one teaches diarrhea is better, and if they do, then they're mistaken as well. You want nice form stools all the way down. You don't want constipation. You don't want diarrhea. I strongly disagree with this. Diarrhea is never a sign of good health, and remove toxins from the body should never. And I agree with that. Skip, you never want to push your foods through too fast because you want time to digest and absorb. So you want a nice natural movement there. 12-hour cycles. Skip the extreme supplements and detox with real food. The longer I've examined the detox industry, the more confident I have become in the fundamental idea that your everyday diet is the only detox you really need. He probably doesn't even understand the difference between fruit detox and vegetables and what detox really is. People that don't understand these things write things like this. Every food item you eat every single day, in other words, should be part of a cleansing and detoxification elimination lifestyle. Some of what he says is true. If you eat a raw food diet, no question, it's self-cleansing and self-healing. But what do you do about all the years and the genetics you have piled on? If you think you're going to go all raw and get it, we get plenty of raw food that's come to us hurting real bad, still with cancers and tumors. Why? No understanding of the lymphatic system is out there, and this guy lacks it as well. He's still claiming the old thing that the liver takes all the toxins from the body and dumps it into the small bowel, upper portion, by the way. Oh my God! That's insane thinking. It doesn't even make sense logically when you understand the body. So I'm not going to read on here because this is ridiculous as you go on, and it's just enough to say I had a few minutes here to go over this with you, and you know you've got to not fall prey to the ignorance out there on the planet. Yes, there are extreme detox symptoms, but those come when you dig real deep. I've had some, and I list them in our books of what you can have. But after they went through these, which are totally uncontrollable detox symptoms, you can't control those, and you don't want to. You have to give due respect to the body and the Creator and how nature also works with that. We understand the lymphatic system like no one else on this planet. We also understand the role of the kidneys, and we also understand that cells are where the toxins come from, and it's hard to use the word toxins, they're acids. Yeah, we have toxins on our foods, we have some chemicals and stuff like that. There's neurotoxins, excitotoxins, there's all kinds of chemistry out there. But the blood doesn't hold this chemistry, and the liver doesn't either. You can have toxins all held all through you, lymph nodes everywhere. The lymph system, you think the blood, you read metals from the blood, try the hair analysis. That's where you really see more factual stuff. And you just have to understand true, proper detoxification and what the journey to Wellville is. And so don't get confused with people that are insane when they don't understand what's going on, and they write articles to confuse people because they think they know all the answers. And I can tell you, we don't know all the answers, but we know how to detox people as good as if it's out there. And that I always like the herbs and detoxification. They're extremely helpful. Before, when I didn't have herbs and we detox people, which is and many of the detox centers, the fasting clinics of the natural hygiene, detox tens of thousands of people through the years. They use just foods to do it. Actually, they use water fasting to do it. And now water fasting can be extreme if you're really toxic. So everything can have its extreme side. Balance. Key. And understanding proper the body a little more properly like you guys do. That's what I'm saying. You guys are the cream of the crop and are going to be in terms of detoxification, understanding the body, and understanding God. You guys are going to be the cream of the crops, and I just love working with every one of you. Several people asked me to do this on the line, but don't be confused with crap like that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and don't buy into that. You know, have confidence that you guys are working and learning the truth. And there's very few radical detoxes out there. I do agree that Richard Schultz can be radical in that way. Cold sheet treatments can be radical in high nerve innervation cases like MS and stuff. Just talk to an MS patient, ask them if they can stand heat. You know, understand all these things. Yeah, it is not good to over-innervate the body. But that's not what we try to do. We try to empower the body. But you can only empower the body chemically and electromagnetically with living foods and with removing obstructions. And that's where your botanicals come in. Botanicals are tissue specific, great for all parts of the body. So have fun. I have to run. I have so much to read here. I'll try to come in Thursday and do a whole long video and catch up with you guys. But I'm in a running state right now, and I have to go. I love you all. Be good. Be love. And thank you for helping so many people. You guys need to be proud of yourselves. You've helped so many people find their journey. And you guys working on your animals. I talked to a lady yesterday up in Mass, and her horses, they were going to put them down, and now she's got them better. She's going to put down a dog, and now she got it better. I love you guys. You guys are learning the art of wellness, and that's the key. You know, these kind of crazy things that I just don't even pay any attention to them anymore. They're all over the place, and they're a dime a dozen. We're about real science and real health and vitality. And that's what a lot of you are getting to, and I just love it. Now, the journey to God consciousness. That is another tape. Bye-bye now. Love you all.